Hey everyone, just wanted to give you a quick update. I got my little IT assistant here, Alex. Wave hi.
Hi.
Hi. He wanted to help me out to build out the new system here. I wanted to officially introduce everyone to the pieces of GALACTUS for the next Plex server. Wanted to break down these pieces individually. First of all, wanted to give a special shout out to Matt, who actually specifically bought the 920 hard drive that will be plugged directly into the motherboard. That is greatly appreciated. Ultimately, this thing is going to be a beast, as you can see. With all these pieces together, you guys have greatly donated a fair amount of money towards this in such a short amount of time, and I know that there are a few other people who wishes to make a donation. Obviously, the polls are always open for the donation slots to make this thing bigger and better than it already is right now. Anyway, so let's break this down. So over here we've got one of the new ASUS ROG B450 gaming systems. This thing's been on the market for a little bit now. This is one of the newer motherboards specifically designed for the AMD Ryzen series. I decided to jump from Intel over to AMD. I've been doing a lot of research on them as of late. The new AMD, I've been tossing up between the 2700 and the 2700X. I ultimately just decided, I saw a last minute sale go on with the 2700X. So this specific one, compared to what we currently have in Plex right now, is the current processor that is taking care of you guys right now. That is an Intel i5-4960K. I've had that for quite a number of years. Going into a little more depth, it's a 4-core, 4-thread. This, however, is going to be, it's an 8-core and 16-thread, which means that you should be able to do a lot more with this thing. I should be able to do a lot more with this thing. Keeping the same amount of RAM as of now. I'm going to double it right now. I've got 16 gigabytes of Vengence, 3000 gigahertz RAM. Again, the 970 Evo hard drive, which is not a normal standard hard drive. It's a thin plastic one, or a thin piece of hardware that's going to plug directly into the motherboard, which is going to be quite cool. You'll see it as me and Alex build it here. And then, of course, to wrap everything up is this monstrosity of a computer tower. This is the Thermaltake The Tower 900. I picked this because it looked like the biggest thing that can handle air filter, and it's primarily built for water cooling, which I will eventually get at some point in the near future. A Thermaltake water cooling system costs anywhere between $200 to $400. I'm not jumping on that bandwagon just yet, but I have been watching it more and more. The water cooling is really for show and for gaming rigs.
Water bottles. Time to hydrate.
I'm gonna have to try to edit that one out.
You want to plug it out?
No, you don't need to unplug it. We'll just edit it out. Bloopers. Anyway, so I'm going to stop the video right now, and then we'll just take a short break, and then the video that you see from here on out is going to be all fast forward like, just to see me and Alex put it together. I'll probably take a pause. Just the first thing I want to undo is the tower, just to show in comparison what it looks like for compared to the current system right now, so you guys can see in comparison what I have with the normal tower, and then compared to the tower GALACTUS right here. So anyway, enjoy the video, and yeah, you ready to do this? Yeah. All right, let's go. Alright, motherboard is put together. All it needs is power, and most importantly, to get installed in the tower. Alright, let's start unpacking that. Here we go. Hey, quick update everyone. Just wanted to show you the progress that me and Alex have made. Here, let me turn this around. Alright. So GALACTUS is starting to slowly start coming together. The motherboard has been screwed in. Interesting about this motherboard. Normally, for those who don't know, motherboards are actually tilted in another 100 degree, or excuse me, I'm going to take two on that. Alright. So GALACTUS is put together for the most part right now. At least the motherboard is in. So interesting thing about this motherboard, or this case, the motherboard is actually turned and installed onto its side. So normally when you see a computer, when it comes to the front and the motherboard, it's actually pointed towards the back. So all your components, all of your things, and so your graphics cards are pointed towards the back. This is actually tilted upwards. So all the things, I'll come around here, all the things are actually tilted. So as you can see, here's the back, and here's the top. So everything's going to be coming out and flush out towards the side right here. So I'll make it nice and clean. So, yeah. And all of this storage back here. So this is the front display. So that's the other thing about this. This computer case is cut in two sections. This front part is for show, where all your water cooling and your motherboard and all your other stuff would go. And the back, this is where all the action happens. Yeah, the back is where you would put all the radiators and the fans and whatnot. And I can add multiple of these, which is cool. So I'm going to have multiple hard drive stacks. So the more hard drives I put back here, the more space that this thing can handle. So again, the goal is to pump this thing full of 100 terabyte worth of hard drives, which that's 10 hard drives, and I need an extra 20 terabytes for Parity. So I need 12 hard drives total and all. That's going to be fun. Awesome. Okay, so the next part that's going to happen is I'm going to make an announcement, and it's probably going to catch all off guard momentarily. We're going to have to bring Plex down for a quick sec, because I need to grab the power supply and put that puppy down right here, and then I have to put another power supply in for that one in the meantime. All right, so I guess we'll take a pause right here and just stay tuned for the next update. Hey everyone, just wanted to give you another quick update. I just got done installing the power supply and the new one, which means I had to rip an old one out to put into the current Plex system. So sorry, that took a little bit longer than expected. Wasn't planning on it, had to make a couple breaks in between to take care of the family and whatnot too. Anyway, that's beside the point. I wanted to show this off real fast just to show in comparison what it normally looks like from a normal consumer standpoint for like an everyday machine to what I currently have to what's going to be in place. So get ready for your mind to be blown. Here we go. Okay, so you can say that over years I've kept quite a few machines across the way that I've slowly upgraded and built throughout the years. So this machine in particularly I've had over 10 years when I was first stationed in Japan. And I've gutted it out, cannibalized it, etc. And so then a couple years later, the wife was nice enough to give me this, which is what my current setup is, which is a Thermaltake level 10. It has been an amazing workstation. You can just see the size comparison with that. Look at that. And this thing is pretty beefy too. So one of the things I really enjoyed about this were the 5 hot swappable bays, which means that as hot swappable means that I can actually take a hard drive out and slap a hard drive back in with the machine still running and there's no issue. It treats it like an external hard drive. And now let me just back up a bit and let me show you what GALACTUS currently looks like in comparison to this. Look at that. Look at that beast. That is insane. So again, remember when I was saying about the motherboard right here, how it's normally tilted onto its side and everything is toward the back, which means you don't get a lot of airflow right here unless you do some type of water cooling or some serious airflow, fan flow. This is all open space right here, all open space, so there's going to be plenty of air, and then there's going to be plenty of air in the back too. So my goal is to keep this as quiet and cool as possible, but we'll see how it goes. So anyway, I'm going to slap this back in place right now so you all can continue enjoying Plex. All right. Good morning, everyone. I am here with the lovable Anastasia right here, and she is going to be joining me today with this video to give you a quick update on GALACTUS. It has been roughly 2 weeks since I started putting all the pieces together that you generously donated, and I would like to officially state that we are now in Stage 2. Stage 2 basically means that we are slowly merging everything from the current Plex setup to GALACTUS, and that is going to be a time-consuming project. So, long story short, the way that the operating system is, I have to break everything down basically right now in segments of 500 gigabytes, and then slowly move them over to the hard drive. So when I start combining hard drives or removing hard drives, putting them into a separate area, taking the hard drives out, formatting them. Formatting takes a god-awful long time that I'm just now discovering, but it's going to be beneficial in the long run. And then once that's done, taking all that existing data and moving it right back over into those hard drives, which is now a part of GALACTUS. Anyway, like I said, I wanted to give you a quick update, especially since GALACTUS is officially online. Not to you guys yet, but when I'm going to announce that, it should be like a quick segment like that, quick turnaround time. Now, keynote, when Plex is migrated from what you're currently at now, you're going to see the same data except with a different name. I do not believe it's going to carry over what you guys were existently watching. So I would make a point to save where you're currently at, or make a note when I do this so you can pick up where you left off from the new server. So sorry in advance about that. Anyway, let me turn this video around so you can see what GALACTUS looks like currently in action. You ready, Annie? Yeah. Let's go. All right. And here we are. This, ladies and gentlemen, is GALACTUS. He is officially online, at least, like I said, in Stage 2. We've got the AMD 2700X with the RGB 16 gigabyte RAM drives, DDR4. The plan right now is to, of course, extend this to double this to 32 gigabytes so I can beef this thing up even more. Not necessarily a needed thing. It's more of a want versus a need. I'm also waiting for that extra graphics, not graphics, but an extra drive, or excuse me, that card I can slap in, which will extend to I can add more drives back here in the end. Anyway, this is it. This is GALACTUS. Hope everyone will enjoy this once I get him online officially to everyone else. I know that the kids absolutely love it. It's nice, especially with the RGB lights. That's why another reason why I wanted to do this, to make it look like a spectacle. Anyway, that was about it. And look forward to updated videos. All right, you guys enjoy, as always.